for the general fund, a 1.5 cent levy to support the educational service unit that works with LPS, and a combined levy of 18.3 cents to pay off bond debt and add money to the building fund. That means the owner of a $184,800 home would pay $2,288 in taxes to LPS, about $2 less than this year, assuming the owner's property valuation didn't change. LPS comprises more than 60% of a Lincoln homeowner's tax bill. However, many homeowners will likely see an increase in their property valuation, and so also in their tax bill because of the reevaluations in Lancaster County. The final vote on the budget is scheduled for August 27th.
From Omaha, the Ponca Tribe of Nebraska has once again won the legal fight to keep open its new Prairie Flower Casino in Carter Lake, Iowa. So Omahans will still have an option to play slot-style machines without crossing the Missouri River. In a written decision issued Tuesday by U.S. District Judge Stephanie Rose of the Southern District of Iowa, rejected arguments by the City of Council Bluffs and the states of Nebraska and Iowa that she had made a mistake by not forcing the National Indian Gaming Commission, an agency within the Department of the Interior charged with regulating gambling on Indian lands, to shut down the casino in response to a ruling in March. The three governments have argued that the National Indian Gaming Commission shouldn't have permitted the Poncas to build in Carter Lake because the 4.8-acre parcel purchased by the tribe in 1999 wasn't part of their historical restored lands. They also said the tribe violated a 2002 pledge its lawyer allegedly made to Council Bluffs that the property would be used for a medical clinic, not a casino. The tribe has argued that the Carter Lake land does qualify as restored lands and that the 2002 agreement wasn't authorized by the tribal council. The legal fight dates to 2007, when the three governments challenged the commission's decision allowing the Poncas to build the casino in the municipality 2 miles north of downtown Omaha. That legal challenge dragged on for 10 years and resulted in the commission voting again to approve the casino. Iowa, Nebraska, and Council Bluffs sued again. Armed with the Gaming Commission's approval, the tribe opened the Prairie Flower on November 1st, 2018. Rose's March decision dismissed requests from both sides for a summary judgment in their favor, but directed the commission to reconsider its earlier decision, factoring in the purported 2002 agreement between the Ponca tribe's attorney and Council Bluffs. And we do have a few more obituaries and funeral arrangements than normal, so we're going to go ahead and turn to those now, and these are from the Omaha World Herald. Sandra Anglin, age 74, that's Anglen, memorial service today at 2 p.m. at Gaylord Dolch Mortuary on Washington Street in Papillion. Memorials to the Family for Animal Rescue. And here's kind of a mainstay of Omaha. Anzaldo Sebastian A. Subby Anzaldo Sr., age 86. The family will receive friends on Friday, August 16 from 5 to 7 p.m. at St. Peter Catholic Church on Leavenworth Street, followed by a vigil service at 7 p.m. The services are Saturday, August 17 at 9:15 at the West Center Chapel, then to St. Peter Catholic Church for the Mass of Christian Burial at 10 a.m. Memorials are suggested to Buffett Cancer Center or Nebraska Humane Society. Heafy Hoffman DeVore Cutler, West Center Chapel are handling the arrangements. Brennan Lawrence Larry Duane Brennan, age 95, a veteran. He served honorably with the U.S. Army Infantry and Artillery branches in the Pacific Theater during World War II. Memorial service will be held in October at Underwood Hills Presbyterian Church. Details are forthcoming, and you can get more information by contacting the church office. The family should suggest sending memorial contributions to Underwood Hills Presbyterian Church on North 74th Street. There is no funeral home listed. Byrne, Roberta Ann Byrne, age 83. Services Friday, August 16 at St. Philip Neri Catholic Church's Activity Center on North 31st Street in Omaha. Forest Lawn Funeral Home is handling the arrangements. They are on Mormon Bridge Road. Christensen, Marie Alice Christensen, age 85. There will be a funeral service Thursday, August 15 at 11 a.m. at Faith Shepherd Presbyterian Church at 165th and West Center Road. Memorials are suggested to Faith Shepherd Presbyterian Church or American Cancer Society, Hefe Hoffman DeVort Cutler, West Center Chapel. Clark, Crystal M. Clark, age 54. There will be no services. Forest Lawn Funeral Home is handling the arrangements. David, Mary Sue David, RN, age 78. Memorials to the Sienna Francis House, St. Mary Anachian Orthodox Christian Church, or St. Jude's Children's Hospital, John A. Gentleman Mortuaries on 72nd Street. It does say the services are today at 11 a.m. at St. Mary Anachian Orthodox Christian Church on Boyd Street. George DeBoer, age 90, of Seward, Nebraska. Memorial service 11 a.m. Saturday, August 24 at our Redeemer Lutheran Church in Elwood, Nebraska. Memorials to the DeBoer family for future designations. Zabka Funeral Home in Seward is handling the arrangements. Fabian, Melissa S. Fabian, age 45, passed away in Yankton, South Dakota. There will be the only thing they have listed here is a visitation from 4 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, August 15 at Raider Mortuary in Gretna. Memorials to the family. Raider Mortuary is on Standing Stone Drive in Gretna. Gartner, Gerald, let's see, I guess it must be Geralda and Jerry Gartner, age 80. Funeral service will be 10 a.m. Friday, August 16 at St. Leo's Catholic Church on North 102nd Street. Raider Mortuary, 108th Street Chapel is handling the arrangements. Golden, Leon Otis Golden, age 68. Graveside service will be 10:30 a.m. Thursday, August 15 at Forest Lawn Cemetery. Memorial donations in memory of Leon can be made to Gethsemane Lutheran School. Kramer Funeral Home on Maple Street is handling the arrangements. Graham, Betty J. Jody Graham, age 57. The services will be Friday, August 16 at 1 p.m. at the West Center Chapel of Hefe Hoffman DeVort Cutler. Jerome, Barbara Ann Jerome, maiden name Boyd, age 84, of Council Bluffs. Memorial service Friday, August 16 at the Hoy Kilnosky Funeral Home on 16th Street in Council Bluffs. Johnston, Michael W. Johnston, age 72. There will be private family cremation services have already been held. Hefe Hoffman DeVort Cutler West Center Chapel is handling the arrangements. Let's see, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I think it might be Klabunde, Lois D. Klabunde, Klabunde, age 94. Services 11 a.m. Thursday, August 15 at Forest Lawn Funeral Home on Mormon Bridge Road. Kosmicki, Raymond D. Ray Kosmicki, age 82. There will be a Mass of Christian burial Friday, August 16 at 10 a.m. at St. Joan of Arc Catholic Church. Memorials to the Nebraska Heart Association, Hefe Hoffman DeVort Cutler West Center Chapel. Cush, Lester J. Cush, a veteran, 88 years old. He was a jockey, served in the Navy. The Mass of Christian burial will be Saturday, August 16 at 10 a.m. at the church, which is Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church on South 32nd Street. Memorials may be directed to the church for masses or to the family. Bethany Funeral Home, 82nd Harrison Street. Mulata, Deborah Jo Debbie Mulata, age 59. Memorials are suggested to the Muscular Dystrophy Association in honor of nephew Holden Cracky. The service will be Thursday, August 15 at 10 a.m. at Southwest Church of Christ on South 124th Street, Heafy Hoffman DeVort Cutler, West Center Chapel. Mosman, David C. Mosman, age 68. Memorials may be directed to the family. The funeral will be Friday, August 16 at 11 a.m. at Faith Westwood Church on Oaks Lane, Heafy Hoffman DeVort Cutler, West Center Chapel. Munch, Jill Ann Munch, that's Muench, age 60. Mass of Christian burial will be 10 a.m. on Friday at St. Matthew Catholic Church in Bellevue. Memorials to the family for further designation, John A. Gentleman Mortuary's Bellevue Chapel on Sampson Way. Nelson, Marilyn Jane Nelson, age 89. Cremation family services at a future date. Memorials to Randolph Public Library of Randolph, Iowa. There is no funeral home listed. Newhouse, Anne Marie Newhouse, age 93, maiden name Christensen, passed away in Bennington, Nebraska. Memorial suggested to Zion Lutheran Church. Celebration of Life will be 11 a.m. Friday at the Zion Lutheran Church on Ida Street in Omaha. Reichmuth Funeral Home on West Maple is handling the arrangements. Pizinger, Warren Joseph Pizinger, that's Pizinger, is 67 years old, a veteran. According to his wishes, his remains were cremated, private services and interment in Omaha to be determined. No funeral home is listed. Rhodes, Mary Jane Rhodes, age 84. There will be a complete notice later. John A. Gentleman Mortuary on 72nd Street. Scheibelhofer, Joanne C. Scheibelhofer, age 89. There will be a Mass of Christian burial Friday, August 16 at 10 a.m. at St. Robert Bellarmine Catholic Church on Pacific Street. Memorials are suggested to St. Robert Bellarmine Parish or Nebraska Humane Society, Heafy Hoffman DeVort Cutler, West Center Chapel. Shannon, Larry J. Shannon, Captain, U.S. Air Force, retired, 70 years old. Services for Larry Shannon were held on Tuesday, August 6th at Salem Baptist Church in Omaha. There is no funeral home listed. Smith, Edith Marie Smith, maiden name Heisner, age 99. Complete notice later. West Lawn Hillcrest Funeral Home on Center Street is handling the arrangements. Thomas, Neil A. Thomas, age 80, of Lincoln. Celebration of Neil's life, 11 a.m. Saturday, August 17 at the First Plymouth UCC on D Street. Memorials in lieu of flowers to the Foundation for Lincoln Public Schools. Roper and Sons Funeral Home in Lincoln is handling the arrangements. Vampola, Joseph A. Big Joe Vampola, age 84, a veteran. Funeral service Wednesday today at 11 a.m. at the West Center Chapel of Heafy Hoffman DeVort Cutler. Memorials may be directed to the family. Weitzenkamp, Mardell Weitzenkamp, age 88, of Fremont, formerly of rural Hooper, or Hupper for those people from that area. Celebration of Life, 11 a.m. Saturday, August 17 at First Lutheran Church in Fremont, Nebraska. Ludvigsen Mortuary in Fremont is handling the arrangements. Memorials are suggested to the building fund of the First Lutheran Church or to Lifehouse, formerly CareCorps. Wandersek, Barbara Wandersek, age 86, celebration of life and an informal gathering Saturday, August 17 at 2 p.m. at the West Market Square Park, 15th in Monroe in Fort Calhoun, Nebraska. There is no funeral home listed. My final listing is Young, Abby N. Young, age 16, And young Stephen M. Young, age 10, of Omaha. Funeral service will be at 6 p.m. at Westside Church. There will be a visitation 1 hour prior. The graveside service will be Monday, August 19 at 1 p.m. at the Omaha National Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials to Westside Church, High School, Youth Ministry, Raider Mortuary, Gretna Chapel on Standing Stone Drive is handling the arrangements, and that one is truly sad.
Okay, thank you, Bob. We'll now turn to those death notices listed in today's Lincoln Journal-Star. First one is Schopfer. Louis Lawrence Schopfer, age 91, of Tobias, Nebraska. Funeral services will be held Friday, August 16th at St. John's Lutheran Church in Ohiowa, Nebraska. Farmer and Son Funeral Home, Geneva, is in charge of arrangements. Memorials suggested to St. John's Lutheran Church or the Ohiowa American Legion. Barrett, Tammy Barrett, age 48. Funeral scheduled for Monday, August 19th at Emmanuel Lutheran Church in York. Memorials to family for later designation. The Metz Mortuary in charge of arrangements. Moyer, Raymond O. Moyer, age 83, of Lincoln. August 15th is the funeral service at 1 p.m. at the Wyuka Funeral Home in Lincoln. Memorials to the Parkinson's Foundation. Sissel, Douglas Edward Sissel of Lincoln, 57 years old. Celebration of a life will be held this coming Saturday, August 17th at Bethany Park from 11 to 1:30 p.m. James, Patricia Josephine James, age 62, of Lincoln. Condolences and information will be online at the Metcalf Funeral Services. Cleveland, Carmela Jean Cleveland, age 65. Celebration of life will be held August 17th at 3705 South Folsom from 1 to 3 p.m. Aspen Aftercare in charge of arrangements. Gamble, Ann J. Gamble. Visitation and service will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, August 17th at St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Lincoln. Memorials suggested to the Columbian Fathers of Bellevue. Powelko, Janet Powelko, age 67, of Omaha. Memorial service will be held 10:30 a.m. Saturday, August 17th at Emmanuel Church in Lincoln. Memorials may be given to the Spina Bifida Association. Bishop, Rita Bishop of Lincoln, 94 years old. Buthras, Maser, and Love Funeral Home in charge of arrangements. Funeral service will be at North American Martyrs in Lincoln on Friday, August 16th, 11 a.m. In lieu of flowers, memorials are suggested to North American Martyrs School in Lincoln or Villa Marie School in Waverly. Courtney, Doris Courtney, age 95, of Lincoln. Memorial service Friday, August 16th, 2 p.m. at the Buthras, Maser, and Love Funeral Home in Lincoln. Memorials can be directed to the family for later designation. Warholowski, Shirley J. Warholowski. Service Friday, 10 a.m. at St. Mary's Church in David City, Nebraska. The Chermock Funeral Home in David City is handling the arrangements. Jackson, Ronald Leroy Jackson, age 69, of Lincoln. Memorial service Friday, August 17th at 1 p.m. at the Christ Place Church in Lincoln. Aspen Aftercare handling arrangements. McMahon, Jerry D. McMahon, age 78, of Auburn. Funeral is underway. It will be at the Hemmingson Funeral Home in Auburn. Details will be listed later. Pleva, Charles E. Pleva, age 73, of Dorchester, Nebraska. Visit Kunkel Funeral Home for additional details. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be given to the Pleva Family Memorial Fund. Pick and Paw, Patricia Ann Pick and Paw, age 90, of Lincoln. Private family services to be held at a later date. Roper and Sons handling the arrangements. Rutherford, Wayne A. Rutherford, age 80, died August 7th. No other details listed. Bettinger, Lindsay Ann Bettinger, 28 years old. Celebration of life service to be held 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, August 17th in the garden room at the Wyuka Funeral Home. Memorials to the family for later designation. Schubert, Robert Stephen Schubert, age 67. There will be a life gathering at the Metcalf Funeral Home in Lincoln on Thursday, August 15th from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Memorials may be given to the American Heart Association or the Alcoholics Anonymous. And that concludes the death notices for the Lincoln Journal-Star.
Listeners' memorials to the Radio Talking Book Network are tax deductible and go a long way to keeping Radio Talking Book on the air. Please keep Radio Talking Book in mind when memorials are listed as donor's choice or your favorite charity. Donations should be sent to Radio Talking Book Network, 7101 Newport Avenue, Suite 205, Omaha, Nebraska, 68152. Thank you for being a Radio Talking Book listener and supporter, and Jim and I will be right back after a short break with editorials, today's living entertainment, business and markets, and sports.
Thank you very much, Bob Dotting. This is the Radio Talking Book Network.
Got the second half kickoff.
There we go.
Serving our blind and visually impaired listeners.
All yours.
44 years.
Yeah,
Radio Talking Book
not
is
too
brought
bad.
to you with the cooperation of
Could have started a little earlier, I guess.
Omaha.
Yeah.
Lines and facilities of NET Radio and television.
Well, a lot of time we run into
Loyal
you.
Radio Talking Book listeners
Okay.
and supporters. And now let's do this mid-morning break thing with a senior lunch menu and a couple of PSAs.
Good morning. It's August 14th. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Your Meals on Wheels menu is sliced roast beef and gravy, garlic, parmesan mashed potatoes, diced beef, heavy hearth roll with margarine, plain cake square with 1% milk. This is information on Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging Meals on Wheels program. If you're interested in getting Meals on Wheels, you may call 402-444-6766. Food is one of the most basic of human needs, yet it is something many of us take for granted. Some people are homebound and have no family members nearby and have few options for getting groceries into their homes. Others may be physically or mentally unable to prepare meals. For those individuals, the ability to receive basic, reliable nutrition may mean the difference between independence and institutionalization. For 45 years, the Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging's Meals on Wheels program has filled the nutritional needs of the homebound by providing hot noon meals personally delivered by our team of volunteers and paid drivers. Meals are delivered Monday through Friday. To receive the Meals on Wheels service, the following criteria should be met by clients who are age 60 and older, experiencing difficulties with meal preparation due to physical or mental concerns, unable to attend a senior center, lack adequate cooking facilities and are unable to acquire one, lack the
two
proper
letters
nutritional
to the-
support from spouse,
Seems to be
family
all they ever
members,
put in there.
or
Yeah, and then there's the
burnout,
usual.
neglect, or abuse.
I'll do those and we'll see how much time we got.
Initial
I can always do a
assessment and
local
periodic
view.
reassessment of their need for the program. If you know of an individual in Douglas, Sarpy, Dodge, Cass, or Washington County in Nebraska who would benefit from receiving home-delivered meals, call 402-444-6766. We will need the following information: name, complete address, phone number, age and date of birth, clear directions to the home and any special instructions for drivers to locate the residence, any special nutritional needs, any additional information that might be useful, such as pets in the household or special delivery instructions. Individuals are asked to contribute to the cost of the service based on their monthly income. Contribution statements are sent out each month. Low-income individuals may be eligible to have this service covered by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. The Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging office is at 4780 South 131st Street in Omaha, Nebraska. Their number is 402-444-6536 or 888-554-2711. Again, this is information on the Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging Meals on Wheels program. And if you're calling for that specifically, you may call that number at 402-444-6766.
Thank you very much, Jay Nielsen, and this concludes our mid-morning break. Let's jump back to Studio A now for the remainder of the Lincoln Journal-Star and the Omaha World Herald live program today. And once again, coming to the microphones, here are Jim Carlson and Bob Godding. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Thank you, Ryan. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jim Carlson. Well, we're going to take some time and head to the editorial sections of our papers, and I'll start from the Lincoln Journal-Star with letters to the editor. This first letter is entitled, "We Must Step Back Into One Another." The shootings on August 3rd made my heart hurt. It's shocking, sad, maddening, and many other emotions. In the immediate aftermath, everyone looks for where we have gone wrong and what it is we can do to keep this from continually happening. From my perspective, it's a simple but deep solution. We have to step back into each other. As a kid in Lincoln, I remember going to our family Christmas party. The whole Weber family attended these parties. I still have great memories of those nights. We haven't had one of those gatherings in a long time. I remember hosting a neighborhood ice cream social for all of our neighbors on a summer night. We checked in with everyone and caught up about our family and life challenges. We haven't had one of those in a long time either. I could give other examples of how we have pulled away from each other in this age of technology, but the picture is clear. As we require less human interaction, thanks to the advancement of our devices, we are left more and more isolated. I think we all know that's a bad thing. The constant social media and 24/7 cable news feeds fuels these flames further. As I see it, the only way to address this is to step back into each other. Say hello to the neighbor working outside. Plan an extended family get-together around a holiday. Call up a friend you haven't checked in with for a while. Maybe your step is to spend an hour a week mentoring a fatherless boy or a motherless girl. Whatever your political views, faith, beliefs, or background, we can step in and show we care for each other better. Imagine the change that would happen if we all committed to stepping in. That letter written by Ethan Weber of Fort Worth, Texas. And this second letter is entitled, "Fortenberry Critics Only Know Incivility." I am writing to comment upon Carl Sitzman's letter, which appeared August 7th, entitled, "Show Fortenberry Civility at Town Halls." The uber-liberal fanatics who scream at the congressman are the very same uber-liberal fanatics who spit on me as a draftee returning from Vietnam in 1970 at the San Francisco airport as I was returning home to Nebraska. These zealots are absolutely devoid of any respect or insight. They cannot be influenced. The only behavior they know is pernicious and toxic. My wife and I have attended Representative Jeff Fortenberry's previous town hall meetings, And while we share Mr. Sitzman's thoughts, I simply don't believe that these harpies are capable of either tolerance or civility. The only way to approach them is to defeat them at the ballot box. Vote for Jeff Fortenberry. Signed, Craig Urbauer of Lincoln.
The following is an editorial from the Omaha World Herald editorial board entitled Omaha Development Projects Create Opportunity. The range of well-designed development projects in Omaha continues to grow. This positive trend for the city opens up economic and residential opportunity and provides needed infill downtown and in Midtown. Such progress bolsters Omaha's reputation as an energetic, forward-looking community. Here are just a few examples. Downtown, the Capital District has promoted residential, retail, and office growth. The North Downtown area is set for major development through the Millwork Commons Project and the Builders District, including the new headquarters for Keywood Corporation. Such development is a piece with the success of Midtown Crossing. In Midtown, Exarban Village has proven itself a success. Notable new additions including the new HDR headquarters and the inner rail corridor of restaurants, shops, and entertainment. Development is just ahead south of Center Street with construction of 300 apartments plus a hotel. In West Omaha, two far-ranging projects are the 500-acre Heartwood Preserve redevelopment site near Boys Town and Avenue 1 at 192nd Street and West Dodge Road. Heartwood Preserve will include the new corporate headquarters for Valmont Industries and is spurring one of the nation's hottest real estate markets. The World Herald's Cindy Gonzalez reports the Avenue 1 development will complement notable nearby projects that have already materialized, such as the Lawrence Youngman Lake and Park area and Methodist Women's Hospital. Avenue 1, intended to provide a western gateway to the city, is a good example of practical collaboration among the private sector and government entities, given their coordination in working out details for the planned reconfiguration of the 192nd and Dodge interchange. Omaha Planning Director Dave Fanslau describes Avenue 1 as the largest mixed-use center in our jurisdiction that will probably get developed in its magnitude. Many projects may receive incentives or other supports, but the bottom line is that any development must be fundamentally market-driven to succeed. If the demand for office space or retail stores in a particular location isn't robust, a project may well struggle and perhaps fail. Developers have an important obligation to analyze market conditions thoroughly and carry out their planning at the needed professional standard. Economic opportunity needs to extend to all parts of the city, and initiatives such as 75 North are important in identifying economic development options in North Omaha, for example. Other development needs include Crossroads Mall, the empty Civic Auditorium site, and the former Union Pacific headquarters property. Omaha, on balance, is in the midst of an impressive era of forward-looking development. They are welcome signs of a dynamic city. Omaha can maximize the benefits if government and the private sector plan soundly and strive to promote economic opportunity for all residents.
Thank you, Bob. Back to the Lincoln Journal-Star, and here's a column entitled Local View. This is written by Jeff Breithauer, who is an associate professor of finance at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Neither Democrats nor Republicans are framing the healthcare debate effectively. Democrats frequently describe healthcare as a right. Republicans would like us to believe that by allowing the purchase of insurance across state lines, that a market equilibrium could be found to reduce health care prices. Both are wrong. Nowhere in the Constitution is health care defined as a right. Similarly, since demand for health care is perfectly inelastic, and because of price distortions from 50-plus years of subsidization from Medicare and Medicaid, there is no way to arrive at an equilibrium price in a free market construct. The notion that buying insurance across state lines will somehow bring prices into equilibrium is ridiculous. However, Republicans would like us to believe that this will somehow help lower healthcare prices. Healthcare prices are so far removed from their fundamental intrinsic values that no insurance marketplace will ever bring prices into equilibrium. What we need to bear in mind is that the insurance companies want to maintain the status quo, but it keeps the consumer from having any real negotiating power, which goes against their profit motive. It's essential to understand that we're already paying for everyone else's health care. We're just doing it the most expensive way possible. Regardless of whether you have insurance or not, if you need medical care, you cannot be turned away from a hospital. They must treat you. The problem when an indigent or uninsured person visits the hospital for treatment, they're most likely to be admitted to the emergency room, which just happens to be the most expensive way of getting treatment in our health care system. Additionally, when an indigent or uninsured person seeks treatment at a hospital, they typically need urgent care, since they frequently have an ailment that's been neglected because they don't seek regular medical care due to the lack of insurance. So the hospital invariably treats some very sick people who otherwise might have had minor illnesses